Good morning, my dear viewers. How are you? I hope you are fine today, like as me. Today, I have been in front of you with another very interesting topic. I think this topic will be very helpful and very experienced for our present generation. Today, I have made a lesson. The title of the lesson is Means to Minimize Conflicts. Even we have been seeing so many different types of conflicts, problem within our communities, within our countries and over the world. So today it becomes our responsibility and obligation to reduce and minimize these conflicts. Even I am very sure most of the people have no desire, have no intention and have no will to implicate in the problems. So unexpectedly when they don't know how to refrain the problem, how to refrain conflict, how to avoid conflicts, at that time unexpectedly they have to be implicated, they have to be involved in the problem. So for this reason, after watching this lesson, I hope most of the people will be able to refrain the conflicts, to refrain the conflicts, to refrain problems. So today also I have written some points on the whiteboard because I think these words will be helpful for you. So even today means to minimize conflicts. These are even ways to minimize conflicts. Even we have to learn. If we don't learn how to minimize, how to reduce conflicts, we will not be able to know. Even over the world, we will not be able to know without learning. We have to learn, we have to practice, we have to experience. Then we will be able to do everything. So number one, I have chosen advantages and consequences. Even advantages and consequences mean, even for example, we are going to do something at that time, before implementation, before crystallization, before materialization, we have to I think we have to ponder, we have to contemplate, we have to deliberate advantages, profits and benefits. If there are so many benefits, then we have to do this. Then we have to go and deliberate, we have to go and see, we have to go and detect consequences, problems, side effect, adverse reaction. Then if we see I think if there are so many different types of side effects, adverse reaction, then also if we see different types of problems there, also we have to explore different types of relevant solution and effective resolution. If we are unable to find out effective and very, I think, how can I say, effective resolution at that time, we should not do this. Even without contemplating, without pondering, without consideration, without deliberation, if we do this, later on we will be in conflicts. At that time we will be unable to minimize conflicts. Even after the implementation, if we try to reverse our decision, at that time it will be, I think, big losses for us. So it will be very better for us to take contemplation, to take deliberation before the implementation. Number two, communication. Even what is communication? How communication can reduce and minimize conflicts? It becomes a question for us. Even according to our experience, according to our knowledge, most of the problems, most of the conflicts have been rooted from our communication. Even if we can communicate, if you know how to communicate with different standard of people, because we have children, we have youth, we have elders. Also we have to know, we have to learn how to communicate, how to deal with them. If you don't know how to communicate with them, at that time so many problems, so many conflicts, so many different types of discrimination will happen, will arise, will occur. We have to clearly understand like this. So we have to know how to communicate with what standard people. Then we will be unable to minimize conflicts. Even we have youth, I think we have to value our youth. We have elders, we have to respect, we have to honor, we have to revere our elders. Then we will be able to minimize conflicts. Otherwise, so many different types of conflicts will be occurring, so many different types of problems will, I think, will be rising. And number 3, optimism and positivity. Even, for example, what is optimism and positivity? Even there are so many people over the world. I think, how can I say, there is so many people over the world. At that time, I think, for example, different people have been doing different things different ways. We have to appreciate their good, their deed, their effort. I think we have to see their performance with our positive eyes. If you see their performance with positive eyes at that time, if we do not see, I think, how can I say, their action, their performance, their effort with our positive eyes at that time, so many different types of problem, discrimination, and conflicts will happen. I think will before. So at that time, if we at the, how can I say, if we keep positive eyes for the others, then the rest people will keep positive eyes on us at that time. With this way, we will be able to minimize, to reduce conflicts. Number 4, multilateralism and pluralism. What is multilateralism and pluralism? Even to reduce conflicts, to minimize conflicts and problems, we have to know multilateralism and pluralism. Even in a country, there are so many different types of races, so many different types of different standard of communities. Then we have to revere, we have to value their, I think, their position, their stance, their attitudes. I think, how can I say, their religion, their culture. Even we have to accept, I think we have to value them. For example, if you do not accept their culture, their opinion, their views, their belief, at that time we will be unable to minimize, to reduce conflicts. These are very important things. Even though their religions, their culture, their modes, their attitudes, their physics are different, but we are the same citizen. We have equal right, we have equal opportunity, we have right to I think we have right to help, to support, I think, to cooperate, to integrate with each other. So we have to, I think, inculcate this kind of, I think, how can I, strong moral views. Then we will be able to minimize and reduce conflicts. Otherwise, if we don't accept each other's views, each other's religion, each other's beliefs, so many different types of problems, so many different types of conflicts, so many different types of discrimination will happen and will arise, will occur. We have to clearly understand like this. And number 5, respect and value. What is the respect and value mean? Even how can respect minimize conflicts? For example, it become a question. Even we have to respect each other. Even there are so many different standard of communities, different standard of people. We have to respect and we have to value their quality, their ability, their experiences, their good deed, their performance, their views. We have to respect. If we do not respect each other, I think we will not be able to minimize and reduce conflicts. Even you can see here, if you respect others, then other will respect us. If you, how can I say, if we disrespect them, they will disrespect us. So if I am good, the rest will be good. We have to clearly understand and comprehend this. So we have to respect and we have to value others. For example, if somebody did something at that time, we have to appreciate, we have to value their hard work. It's hard work. Then we have to appreciate, then we have to thanks, we have to cooperate, we have to integrate. Then we will be able to minimize and reduce conflicts. Otherwise, there is no way to minimize and reduce conflicts. Number 6, conflict resolution. What is the conflict resolution? For example, more or less, even over the world, I think there is no place over the world without conflicts, more or less. But if unexpectedly some conflicts have happened, some conflicts has arisen at that time, we have to go and resolve this conflicts, this problem as soon as possible with less losses. For example, if we in a state of resolving these cases, if we go and incite, if we go and flatter, I think how can I say, to exaggerate, to amalgamate the cases, at that time we innocent people will be implicated, we innocent people will be involved in the case. At the time it will be big loss for our communities, and it will polarize our unity, our solidarity, our, I think how can I say, moral communication. So if you see any problem on the spot, we all have equal responsibility to go and resolve, to go and appease this problem. Then we will be able to minimize the problems and conflicts. Number 7, compromising. What is what is compromising? Even, for example, if some problem, something has happened at the time, something have happened at that time, we have to clearly understand. Even most of the people we have seen, I have to win. Even how can I say, I have to win, there is nobody, even I am always right. I think how can I say, I have to be at top level, I have to be winner. I think how can I say, I must defeat other people, no one can defeat. If we accept this kind of, I think how can I say, squalid mind, dirty mind, will not be able to minimize, to reduce conflicts. For example, we have to understand every solution, every resolution will not profit, will not benefit us. At that time, we have to accept, I think, a small losses to refrain big losses. For example, if you do not lose, if you do not accept big loss, at that time you will have to face big losses. You have to understand like this. If you see, and if you face any problem, if you are implicated, if you are involved in any problem, we have to go and compromise. But don't try to be, I think how can I say, don't try to win. I think, for example, in every case, if you deserve, how can I say, if you deserve failure, at that time you have to accept failure. You have to understand. I hope this lesson will be very helpful, very experienceful for our generation. By watching this lesson, I think most of our generation will be able to reduce, to minimize conflicts. Thank you so much.